Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have a lovely wedding card for you guys. I am using one of the retiring sets that will no longer be available after May 31st, as well as some product that will be carrying over. So let's go ahead and show you how I've created this. For our materials, I am using Very Vanilla. So I have a piece of Very Vanilla that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of soft suede that is 4 by 5 1/4. I have a scrap piece of Very Vanilla for our leaf. I have 2 pieces of the Pear Pizzazz for our leaves. I have another scrap of Very Vanilla that we're going to use for our center piece that we're going to trim out. And then I'm also decorating a Very Vanilla envelope to coordinate with this. Alright, so stamp set wise, I'm using the Always and Forever. This is the stamp set that will be retiring. This is a really nice set for wedding cards. I love these images as well as the font. I'm using leaves from Ecletic Layers. This is carrying over, as well as the Flourish Thinlits. And then our embossing folder is the Pinewood Planks. Alright, so why don't we start with our embossing and maybe our die cutting. So with the soft suede, I am going to grab my Big Shot. Okay, I have my regular Big Shot platform, one acrylic plate, and then my embossing folder. This is one of the dynamic ones, so it is thicker, so you only need one plate. The sandwich is different. Now, before I run this through, let me see, I should have probably did that first. Before I run this through, I'm going to add some ink to my embossing folder. So I'm going to open up my soft suede, and I am going to just ink up my folder here. A few spots there don't want to get inked. So you might have some darker and lighter textures, but that's okay. I don't mind that look. So I'm going to lay my soft suede right into my folder. I'm going to close that, and then we'll run this through. So we'll lay that down, put our plate on top, oops, and run that through. Okay, so you can see now that that ink transferred over to my soft suede. Alright, so we'll set that aside. I'm going to switch platforms. I'm going to grab my magnetic and precision base plate. And I'm going to grab my 2 pieces of Pear Pizzazz. Let's see, I can probably run that way. I can get a couple out of that piece then. And I will run that one. And I will run this through. I'm going to run this through one more time just for that Flourish Thinlit because it's a little bit more detailed. This one I'm sure will come right out. This one has a little bit more of the details. Okay, so I'm going to do my Very Vanilla one as well while I'm here. So let's get that run through. And then we'll be done with our Big Shot. Okay, so now we have our 3 leaves cut out here. I'm going to set those aside. We're going to go ahead and stamp our wooden piece here. We're going to ink that up in the soft suede. And we're just going to stamp that down. Now I'm going to trim this out. That nice pressure. Looks good. And I'm going to trim away these leaves here. So I'm just going to let my scissors kind of do the work. So we're going to trim that out, and then I'm just going to bring in a scrap piece of paper here. And let me find my, here it is. Here's my little finger dauber for my soft suede. I'm going to just go around the edges of my wood block, and then I'm just going to come in and add some more. And I know it's probably hard to see on camera, but it does give it a nice texture and look in person. You can start to assemble. So let me grab my card base. I want to take my soft suede piece. Now, you know I loved my fast fuse, but we will go ahead and use the snail. I'm just going to put snail all the way around, all four corners, because I do not want this embossed piece to pop up. If you're concerned, you could use your liquid glue, you could use your tear and tape, whatever works for you. Alright, so let's set that down here. Alright, now I have a piece of the Shimmer ribbon. This is also retiring. This is in the powder pink. And we are going to put that behind our piece here. So I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back of this to kind of help me get my pieces together. You know what? Let me lay this down so I can kind of see where I want that. Okay. Alright, so now I'll bring in my leaves. Oh, I forgot to sponge my very vanilla leaf. I'm going to bring back that soft suede dauber and just give that a little bit more ink. And I'm even going to kind of come in here on these edges, darken those up. Just be careful so you don't tear your leaf. That's good. Okay, let's get rid of that scrap. Let me pick this up. Alright, I'm going to bring in my leaves. Let's see that we're doing pretty good with space. And then I'm going to bring this one up from this side. Okay, now before I tack that down, I just want to stamp my Mr. and Mrs. And I'm going to ink that up in the Memento black. Just because I want to be sure it kind of shows over that soft suede. And I'm going to stamp that right down here in the bottom right. Let's give that a nice press. Looks good. I'm going to add some more adhesive over some of this. Okay. And then we will, you know what? Let me check. I think I want that down a little bit. I do want my heart, I'm paying attention here to my heart as well as my score line. I do want my heart facing the correct way. And then with this heart, I just took my Stampin' blend. So whichever markers you have, the pink Pirouette, which I'm using now, is one of the retiring blends that will not be back. So if you had ordered that, you know, it was on back order, it will get fulfilled. But it will not be one of the colors that you'll be able to order in the new catalog. Alright, now we're just going to add a dimensional to the back of that, and then we'll be done. Almost. Okay, so let's put our heart here in the center. Give this a nice score. Just like that. Now with the envelope, I'm keeping it very simple. I'm just going to, there's a grouping of hearts in this stamp set, and I am going to use that powder pink, and we're just going to stamp right up the edge of our card, or envelope rather. Oh, almost dropped my ink pad. Okay, and that will complete today's beautiful wedding card. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I will put a full supply list in the description of the video so that you can order the supplies to create some of these yourself. As always, I thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to being back with you real soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.